And today, at a meeting with the city over their joint response to homelessness, Multnomah County leaders said they're underwater when it comes to actually solving the crisis. They say they're meeting their goals under the Homelessness Response Action Plan to get people into shelter and housing, but more people are becoming homeless every month compared to those they're able to help.
Inflow, people newly becoming homeless or returning to homelessness from housing, is outpacing outflow. In other words, folks who are housed or otherwise left services for long periods of time. Next slide. So that means, again, from the Homeless Services dashboard, the number of people known to be experiencing homelessness has grown over time.
They're also trying to get more people from shelter into housing. Now, the goal seems modest at 41%, but they're not even close. In fact, they're doing a little worse than before they came up with the action plan. And every quarter, the number gets lower.
For the full period that we've reported on this measure under HRAP, we've seen quarter-over-quarter decreases in this measure, such that in the 12 months that ended in March of 2025, only 19% of people exiting adult shelter were recorded as exiting to housing.
Now, Ryan Dybert says, he's the deputy director of the homelessness response system, that the data is probably not reliable. He says it's based on people self-reporting where they go after they leave shelter, and that most people report that they don't know where they're going to go. Now, reading between the lines, that sure seems like those people are heading back to the streets. The Homelessness Response Action Plan, or the HRAP as they call it, came out last year to set some goals under the city-county partnership. The county says they're on track. They say they've sheltered or housed 14,668 people, which is nearly 80% of the way to their goal by the end of the year. Although, as you heard, a good number of those people are going into shelter, but not housing afterwards. But they say 83% of people placed in permanent supportive housing stayed housed 2 years later, surpassing their goal of 75%. And they're continuing to operate 3,200 shelter beds. But city councilors today said they want to see a lot more done, especially in light of how much is being spent.
I think I'm having an existential moment that just the astounding amount of money that's being spent here. And with the trend line going down, and I guess I'm just really struggling with that, the cost per homeless person. And I'm really interested in reworking the goals and seeing how we can be more effective, because it's astounding. And I don't think that in the long run, we're going to be able to afford this. It means that we're going to start eating other programs. And that's really bothering me.
County Chair Jessica Vega-Peterson says Multnomah County is getting less supportive housing services tax money than Washington and Clackamas counties when compared to the number of homeless people in each county. And the county's homelessness team says there isn't enough affordable housing to send people to, which is something we hear time and time again.
And what's very clear is that when the cost of housing increases and the rate of change of that increases, we see an increase in the rate of homelessness.
We have a greed problem. And I'm not talking about developers here or most landlords, but I am talking about a few of them. I'm talking about the people who rent a place out for $1,400, then $1,500 and $1,600 when it gets renewed, and then the tenant moves out and the next time it's listed at $2,500. The people who don't negotiate on back rent, as the slides indicated, or the people who build into their projections that they're going to hold on to the security deposit no matter what happens. People who skimp on the maintenance or only do the landlord special. Again, this isn't all landlords or even the majority of them, but the few that are doing this are making it harder for everybody else.
So other counselors said they want to see more workforce development programs for homeless people so they can eventually get higher paying jobs to be able to afford the rent. And Councilor Eric Zimmerman wants to see the state invest in a local behavioral and mental health hospital in the Portland area. After both the city and the county pass their budgets next month, they say they want to work on developing an actual system for tackling homelessness, rather than the piecemeal approach they're taking now. What a novel idea this many years in. And we will be watching. Keep it right here. We're back after this.